Okay, so when you come to start and you go under all programs, and you're going to find under visual, visual V after T, Chad. You're going to see, can you guys see that you're going to have Visual Basic Edition? That's for babies. You guys are not babies, right? You can open it, but please don't do it for this. So this is copy free that they give it to anybody for babies. Visual Professional is us. We're professional. And the second one that says Visual Roadway Tool. Actually, if you're working on Interstate 494 or Highway 169, you guys see all these big lights? They have a software that can calculate the light for highways and interstates and alleys and streets. This one now, you guys don't have authorization to it, but if you, I don't walk the students through it. But if you work in a company where they work on streets and highways, right? This will be one major piece of software that you would like to have. If you want a copy of it, you can't open it, I believe, right now. If you want a copy of it, just send them an email and they will send you an authorization and we'll be able to use it. But we're not going to be using the roadway. We're not doing roadways. We're doing buildings. Cool? Everybody knows the difference between the three things that you guys have? The baby one is the basic. The professional is for buildings. And the roadways for roadway. Okay, so that's step one. When you guys here, you're going to see two things. You're going to see new interior or new exterior. This is your number one that you have to do when you design when you work with this software. You have to design, are you doing interior lighting design or are you doing exterior? What's interior? Everything inside the building. What's exterior, Chad? Everything outside the building. So take this, when we're doing parking lot, can anybody tell me when we do parking lot, which one are we going to be picking? Exterior, Chad. Am I sounding like crazy here to myself? Everybody knows the difference between interior and exterior? So we're going to start with we're going to do two calculations. We're going to start with the interior first, and then we're going to do another file for the exterior. Completely two different files. Cool? Now we're going to focus right now just in the building. It's inside the building. Anything outside the building, on the perimeter of the building, security lights and parking lot lights, we're going to do it in a different file. The same way we open the software again, do a different file, and we pick exterior. When you pick exterior, guys, the software readjusts itself to do exterior calculation. That's all. All right, so do me a favor, go hit new interior. Everybody is in new interior? Hit in new interior. Everybody see what I see right here? Cool? Okay, if you guys see what I see, now let's see what's the outcome. Everybody can see that? Now, let me just walk you through these steps. Very important. Why are we doing? What are we doing? The step number one that we're going to do. So, okay, I'm going to say step number one. As we're going to do, number one is import CAD file. This is the first step that we're going to do. I'll walk you through how to import. If you guys want to write them or sketch them, or these are going to be PDF. The first step that I'm going to do is going to import CAD file. You're going to see in a second here. Okay, which file? We have two files, CAD. Remember the one that we just loaded, the floor plan? We're going to import this first. Then we're going to do the exterior later and import the exterior in a different file. We're going to do only now the interior. Import CAD file. Step number two, we're going to build the model. I'll show you. Build the 3D model. So after we import the background, now we know where the rooms are, right? Because it shows you all the rooms, like CAD. Now we're gonna build the structure, a 3D structure around it. Very easy, piece of cake. Cool. Now every single room, guys, you're gonna go build the structure, 3D structure. What's a 3D structure? You're gonna give it dimension and a height. Dimension, width and length, and a height, right? The two dimensions plus the height. For every single room, bathrooms, hallways, offices, everything is going to do a model for it. Cool? We're going to see very easy. So remember, we're going to do the model, build the model. 3, after we build the model, guys, we're going to place fixtures or luminaires. We're going to place luminaires. Now we have a 3D model. We're going to start dropping these troughers and cans into the model. This is when you use something called IES file. The IES file. We drop the luminaires by picking IES file. You're going to see the IES file that we did. When we drop the luminaires, this one is going to come very handy to you. When we drop them, Lithonia book and the sheet that I gave you yesterday must be right next to you, because that based on these are the luminaires I'm going to be picking for every place. Otherwise, you're lost. Cool. So make sure you get heavy handy. Now we place we imported CAD, we build the model, we place the luminaires. What do you think I'm going to do next? Hit the button, calculate, right? Perform calculation, done. So number 4, perform calculation. This is, guys, as easy as hitting calculate. Hit the button. Hit the button. Hit the button. So build the model. And the last thing, number 5, that I'm going to use after you do the calculation, I need you guys to do 2 things for me. I need you to print reports from this software. So we need to print reports. So I'll show you how to print these reports. And number 6, I'm going to use it in red. Number 6 is export to CAD. We're going to export the model to CAD. After we're done laying out the system, we started with CAD and we're going to end up with CAD. Export the model back to CAD. Cool? We're going to export the model back to CAD. Any questions about these steps? Export the model back to CAD. And why do we export it back to CAD? Because we're going to import it into Revit. When we are done laying out our fixture and it meets the criteria, the foot candle criteria, then we're done, we're happy. We need to go take them back to CAD, and from CAD we will move them into Revit. Now we have the layout of all the fixtures. We're going to start rubbing the families at the top of that layout and circuiting them. That's the whole lot. That's why we're using this. So ultimately from CAD you're going to go to where? Revit. Revit, MEP. Ultimately from CAD you're going to go to Revit.
We import from Revit. Does it take it as just an image, or does it take all the different pieces?
Thank you. When we import it, it will take everything, pieces, not 3Ds though. It will take it as pieces.
But it would be more or less as if we had drawn it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like this other stuff where it's just
Absolutely. The only reason, all this mess, guys, is to show you the proper layout of the fixtures in Revit. You can go to Revit right now and start dropping your fixture and doing the calculation and guess. Revit does some calculation, but this will give you the professional way of laying out your fixtures through a professional software and importing it into Revit and dropping the families and circuiting them. Cool? Any question, guys, about the outcome? So these are the steps that we're going to do. Looking at it, I missed one little very important step here, right in here. If you guys, I'm going to insert it right here, and I'm going to call it 2.1. That's nice when you start counting with 2.1. One very important step here. In order to do the calculation, guys, we import it to CAD, we build the model, we're going to put the fixture, but also there's something called calculation zone. When you tell the software to calculate, okay, here's a fixture here. Where do I need to do the foot candle calculation? Do I need to do it on the wall, or on the floor, or above the floor? Calculation zone. The software would never work without adding a calculation zone. So can you guys say place? I call this place calculation zone. Very important. Calculation zone that will tell the software, I want you to take the lumens out of this fixture and do the calculation right on this floor. There are 2 calculation zones. The calculation zone, guys, basically take a room like this and tell I want to calculate the foot candle on every foot by foot square grid, foot by foot in that room. So if you grid this room foot by foot, right, foot by foot all the way, every intersection between a foot by foot will give a calculation value for it. 52 foot candles, And what's the outcome of this? The outcome of this is to give you the perfect lighting layout. Lighting is a science. You can get a lot of, we're gonna start talking about lighting later, guys, but it's a whole science by itself. Any question about these steps? Any question, guys, about these steps? I took an image of that one for you.
Zone each row.
Yes, thank you. Each room is going to be zoomed differently. We're going to build the model and zoom the rooms. Okay, shall we go ahead and start? What I'm going to do with you guys, I'm going to import, do all the steps, and I'm going to use one space. And you guys will do, if I do is one space and we do the calculation for it, can you guys do the other spaces? Piece of cake, Chad, no problem. It sounds more complicated than it is. You're going to see it's very easy when it comes to it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. Everybody's at this point. Let's go ahead and start. I want to keep reminding you guys with the steps as we move forward. I have my steps right in here, and I'm going to keep reminding you with the steps. So the first step that we're going to do is what? Import CAD. Let's go import CAD. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go import CAD. I'm going to go File, Import. Everybody is there? File, Import. What better? I mean, like any Microsoft project, guys. If you import the file, it's going to be File, Import. File, Import. Hit Import. Okay, when you get to the import, you need to go pick up the file that we have just saved on the network. So for me, I have a shortcut to my network place. I am the instructor, so I'm going to go grab it from the instructor. You guys will grab the file from your team folder. So I'm going to go all the way to winter. You guys don't go to the instructor. You're going to go to where? To the winter. Go to this and to AutoCAD. And here's the file. Do you guys remember the file that we have just installed? It says floor plan. When you reach this point, can you give me a thumbs up? Wow. You guys are so fast. Okay. All right. So when you hit open, and here you go with your importing CAD into Visual. Takes a few seconds. Are you guys done? Okay, when you guys reach this, it will tell you, do you want to bring all these layers? Remember, we're talking CAD layers here. Do you want to bring them? I always say yes, because you can turn them off at any time. So I say select all. See where it says select all? Yeah, bring them all. I don't care. I don't know what I want to do with them. Just bring them all. Did you guys hit all? Cool. And import. So bring all the layers that came with it. Sometimes you might go there and pick certain things you really don't want to bring, but we don't know what we're going to bring or not right now. Just bring them all. Everybody is looking at what I'm looking right now. Cool. Okay. So here's what you're looking at. Everybody is looking at what I'm looking. If you guys, I don't know if you can see here, you can zoom. Can you guys see what I'm doing here? You can zoom in, zoom out, and zoom to fit. Everybody can zoom to fit right here. Cool. Okay. So here's my model. This is what we call it importing CAD. We're done. You're looking at a CAD image of the building. A CAD image of the building. Can I have thumbs up that everybody's there? Yup, Chad, good. Okay. The first thing you need to do to the model is grade the model. We're going to grade the model because we care and we want to make it gray so we can't edit it. What happened is, guys, when you go click, you can, if you don't gray it, it becomes editable and you accidentally can delete a wall. So the first step when you import it is we're going to go grade that baby. So to grade that baby, you're going to go, there's luminaires, there's right here. If you, solid, what is this one here? Okay, can you guys click that button here? It says background. Right now it says background editable, means you can go edit and delete walls and add walls and so forth. I don't want to do that, right? So what I'm going to do, click on, and do you see where it says on? You can make the background invisible if you don't want to see it. Don't do that because you want to see it. Or you can make it editable or uneditable. Backgrounds are always uneditable because I don't want to mess with them. So you're going to go here and you're going to make them uneditable. Do you see how it becomes gray? Sorry, you might not be able to see all of it, Chris, but that's really, so I have it in the background. Done. I'm done with my import business. Any questions about import? import. Before we go forward, I would like you guys to save this save it, because we haven't saved it yet. So if you go hit save here, it will, can you guys hit save? And it will tell you, what do you want to save it? I want you guys to call it floor plan visual. Okay? When you hit save, everybody hit save. Floor plan visual. For the time being, you can put it anywhere you want it. I'm going to put it on my desktop, but eventually, guys, I would like you to copy it and move it to the network. I want you eventually to put it in the network, okay? Right now, if you want to work on it at home or anywhere else, I want you guys to put it on your C drive. Why in C drive? Because you can allow you to take and work anywhere you want. When you're done with it, when you're happy with it, where do you need to put it? On the network. So eventually, here's where eventually I would like you to put this file. And right now I'm going to save it on the disk, but I'm going to show you eventually where I want it to go. In my team folder here, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go to the, can you guys see where it says lighting calculation? Eventually, I want it to go under lighting calculation in your team folder. You can go ahead and put it right now there if you want to, but if you put it there, remember, you don't have it in your C drive. So if you want to work outside, done with it, you can't get access to it unless you VPN. So what I suggest, at least for now, I'm going to go and dump it across just for now, just put it on my desktop. Cool? It's like any other like any Word document, guys. You can save it anywhere you want, as long as you know where you want it. Eventually, I want it on the network, though. Cool? We saved it, so we know it's saved at least. We have a copy of it, named. When you guys minimize, you should be able, here's the file that we have just created, just FYI. Can you guys see that here? That's my file. So when I'm confused, I can go get it. Okay. Step number 1 done. Import is done. How hard is that? Piece of cake. Let's go to step number 2. Any question about import? We import, we make it uneditable, right? And we save the project. Any question? Everybody thumbs up?
You said that any other person can do the importation.
I'm sorry.
We're each doing it, so you could everybody's putting it on the C drive.
You can put it on your C drive now.
Yeah, I can't import the whole stuff.
Okay. You couldn't import it? Did you go to file? Are you in the software? File, import. Yeah. And did you go to your network folder and you picked it up? Yes, no? Let's go build the model. By the way, unfortunately, when I imported the CAD, the room number did not import with it, unfortunately. So you might have to look at the CAD numbers, the room numbers, guys, that we're going to be doing. That's a bummer. But the older version of CAD will get you the room number. So I'm going to zoom into the lunchroom, and get you the easiest way of doing the calculation. Tool, object customize, snap, okay. Okay, eventually, okay, so we're gonna do, I need you guys for this step to grab your lighting criteria, your design criteria with you. Grab the design criteria for lighting and go to the lunchroom. The lunchroom, guys, I'm going to do the lunchroom. The lunchroom, there's a few things in my lunchroom here. Okay, if you guys look at receiving room, what's that lunchroom here? Receiving corridor, conference, lunchroom. Lunchroom is 119. Everybody can see it? Lunchroom is 119, guys, and they want us 25-foot candle average. 25 foot candle average lunchroom, okay? And based on the criteria that I gave you, lunchroom, it's going to be page 45 in this book. The fixture is going to be page 45. So let's go see what the fixture on page 45 is. Page 45. Page 45, we're using GT8. We're using a fixture GT8. Everybody, so there's three things you need to be coordinating with. Number one is the location, lunchroom. What's the average foot candle? 40, the average foot candle, what did we say for that, baby?
25.
For 25. What's the page number for the fixture that we're going to be using? 45. And then you're going to go to the 45 Lithonia book and grab and look which type of fixture are we specifying for this area. And this is a GT8. Okay? In real life, Nick, you're going to be having a list of fixtures practical for different applications, and you can pick these fixtures right away. Cool? Everybody's there? Okay. So I want to remind you guys, next step though is building the model, right? Next step was building what? If you look at my next step here, I'm going to build the 3D model. Step 2, build 3 model. Let's go build 3 model. Let's go build the 3 model. 3D model, you need to build it for every single room. Every single room. So I'm going to start with this area here. You guys are going to do it for every single area. So let's go do it for, everybody's ready to build the 3D model? Very easy. Okay, so let's go to model. Everybody is there at model? We're going I'm sorry, construct. Construct. Because we're constructing a room, and room and structure. When you go construct room and structure, you're basically doing a cubes. So if your area is rectangle, just pick rectangle. Can you guys see that my kitchen here, lunchroom, is not a rectangle, full rectangle? So I can't use rectangle for it. So I'm going to use the polygon. So pick polygon. Okay, everybody pick the polygon? Thumbs up? Okay, now this is very important. The first thing you need to do right here under description, can you guys see that? I'm going to call right room. We're going to give it a name. Room, based on the room. This is room, what is it? Lunchroom. Room 119. 119. Okay? If you can put lunchroom next to it too. Lunch room. Now remember, Ashley, room 119, lunchroom, or lunchroom. Now remember, this is what you're going to see on the schedule, guys. You're going to give it a name. We can identify that room, right? Give it a name. So I think room 119 is we don't have to, just room 119, right? Cool? Everybody's okay with that? The second thing I want you guys to look is the height. The height right now, Ashley, it defaults to a height of a 10 foot. Now for I need to give you the default here. Everywhere height, at least for the calculation. We're going to default to the following heights, at least for this calculation. We're going to put 10 foot for everything except and I will write these one guys for you, for the open office and the shipping. I will write these for you. We're going to default a 10 foot for almost all the location except a few of them, and I will write them down for you. You need to know the height, okay? So the default is 10 foot. If I'm in the mechanical room, I can give you the height for the mechanical room and you change the height. Everybody can see where the height is? Okay, everything else, the only two things you need to do is the name and the height. The name and the height. Cool? Can you guys give me thumbs up that we got the name and the height? The height stays 10. Okay. You don't have a height? Did you click somewhere though? Okay, let's do it one more time here. Let's go construct, room and structure. Did you guys go to? Yeah. Did you guys go to room and structure? Gotcha. Okay. All right. Let's go to polygon. Everybody's there. Don't go to the polygon. The other polygon is the 2D, guys. There's so much the software can do. You need a 3D. A room is a 3D. Okay, cool. Everybody's there. Everybody got the difference between the two polygons? One is 2Ds, and the one under room and structure is 3Ds. Thank you. That's a good point. I keep forgetting. Okay. Everybody got that? Now let's go to red, we're gonna call room 119, and the height is gonna be 10, okay? And click, then when you're done, click anywhere. Then you can see the cross here. Then you can see that cross here deal. Is yours, guys, you can't almost zoom in things, right? You can. So here's what I want you guys to do first. Can you see the snap? Everybody can see the snap here, right at the end. Change this snap all the way to the smallest. Everybody can see that? Right in there. Click on the smallest. That allows you to zoom closer to the walls. One more time. You may do it. When you see this cross, go all the way up here and go to the smallest number, snap. That will zoom you like cat. Zoom you very
How do you
close.
move the image?
How do you move the image?
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Like this? Yeah, absolutely. By the way, don't. If you guys get into any situation, just click on the top here, zoom all. It should be able to zoom you all. Zoom all should be able to zoom you all right here. Cool. Okay. Now I want to go construct the room. Start with one corner, zoom a little bit on one corner, and can you guys see now? Can you see my conductors are not ortho, so I need, see where it says ortho here? Hit ortho, so it gives you ortho right here. Right here. Everybody picked ortho and the snap point 1. That's like CAD. Ortho, snap point 1. Got it? And zoom, and you can move and grab, just track, and don't be so picky, guys. Just track the interior of the room. So, and don't sweat it too hard if you missed the tiny little corner here. We're not going to take you to court for it. So grab the other, and grab the third one, grab the fourth. So click. When I say grab, and if you have a mouse, it's very easy, guys. Click here, and mouse with the wheel, and it's here, and close it.
How do you close it?
You just click on the point that you started with, or hit C. I think C should be able to close you too. Did it close you, C?
See, it's the letters.
The letter C. Okay? Everybody can see a green line? No? Everybody can see a green line?
No.
Okay. Do you guys see in the back a green line? Let's do it one more time.
And I just found,
Yeah.
using API, first of all, I just found that closing, with snaps and stuff, that thing's good.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love everything.
Okay. So let's go construct the room. I gotcha. I'm going to make room 119.
You have to retype that every time you click on the page?
No. Every time you get out of it before you close. Yeah. Yeah, you if you close out of it, yeah, you lost your room. Here's my room to the best of my ability. Again, if you guys don't like the room, we delete it. And you come over here.
So if you do anything wrong, it throws it away.
If you do anything wrong, if you do anything wrong, it throws you room away. So pick the last point. Okay. Anybody need help one-on-one? You good? Okay. Give me a second here. But like every other software, guys, you have to put the time in it. Now, if you want to know the property of this, what we have just done, one function, very important. If you guys go to that little button here, it says property. So click on that. Everybody can see that little button at the top where it says property. Click on it and window the area that you want to find the property about. Window it. Okay, and right click. It'll open a window for you. Here's the room that you have just constructed. And inside this room, there's the walls, all the walls, reflection of the walls. Here's the ceiling.
Hold on.
Let's go back one more time.
Yeah,
Okay. Let's go. One more time. Property. Everybody's there? Property. Okay. Let me know when you guys are ready. I'm going to pick.
Click it, enter, or
We're going to pick.
once you have a window, what do you do next?
Then you're going to window it.
right?
And first left click.
Oh, okay.
First left click. It turns into red. Right? Everybody's there? Then right click. Don't ask me why. First left click, then right click. Okay? And then if you guys expand, here's the room. Do you see the room? Chris, your room, it says room 119. All the walls, if you guys click on the ceiling, it will tell you, can you guys see the height of, what's the height of my ceiling? The Z, 10. So if you made a mistake, this is where you can see what the height of your ceiling. If you click where the ceiling. Can I have thumbs up that you guys are cool? This is how you find the property of anything you drop there. Okay? All right, so let's exit this. Oh, by the way, as long as we're here, you can also find the properties about the luminaires that you placed. We have none yet. About the zone calculation that you did, as well as the background. Look at the background. Click on the background, guys. These tabs at the top. Bam, bam, bam. It's looking at all the background. Taking forever.
Yeah, mine just closed out.
Did you? Okay. Wow. You saved it, right? You know why it's not picking the background. Wow. It's cooking? Like Chad would say. Okay, here you go. Here's the background. You have the arc. This is all the stuff that you brought from CAD. No value for you at this moment. No value for this moment. Okay, so close it. I want everybody to tell me a thumbs up that you guys are having this. Right? Okay. Does everyone have this 3D view box? Okay. Everybody has it. If you don't have it, here's how you get it. You're going to go to view. Everybody can go view. Toolbar, and make sure the 3D button is clicked. Okay? Can you guys give me thumbs up that I see the 3D toolbar? Right? Cool. Okay. So if you screwed up your work, and if you went, by the way, if you go trying to screw it up, look at that, this way, or try to screw it up this way, look at this. Now I'm looking at the 3D image of that building, right?
How did you get that to appear?
To appear just by clicking and holding it. I can show you a better way of doing it. But see, if you screw up the whole thing and you want to see the plan view, if you click here, it says plan view. If you click here, it will give you, this is southeast view of the building. This point is southwest, northeast. This will be northeast. This will be northwest. This will be from north, from south, from east and west. Can you guys see? Are you with me? You can look at your image from any, like in CAD and Revit, 3D CAD and 3D Revit. Really, this is not new. So I'm looking at my image from the west. Cool. I want you to do one thing. Can you guys do me one of these southeast or southwest? Let's do southeast. Do you see this image now? Everybody see this image? This means you have successfully built your 3D. Done.
Is it a good time to save?
Yeah, hit save is good. It's always good to hit save. Okay. Now, if you guys see the 3D, do me one little favor. You are good. So let's okay, come on, Chad here. Let's do the plan view and pick. I want you to be looking at this view now. I want you to show me this view is coming from southeast. Everybody's looking at southeast view like this. Can I have thumbs up, thumbs down in between? Yes, Chad, you rock. Or you S. The rock, the R, or the S. I can't say, we are being recorded here. Okay. All right, so Ashley, we have done step number 2 for this room. So let's go look at what step number 3 is, my friend. Step number 3, what does it say, step number 3? 2.1, it says place calculation zone. Now, we need to place a calculation. Tell the system where it's going to put that calculation zone. With me? Calculate, and you have to do them in this order. Well, the best way to do them in this order. You can do them sometimes in different orders, but this is the best way to do it, at least as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I know. All right, so we're going to go place a calculation zone. Now, when you place a calculation zone, I have been told by the smarter than Chad, I'm not a lighting engineer, I know enough to be dangerous, is always put yourself in this view when you do the calculation zone. Did you guys hear me? Always put yourself in this view, because it's easier. Okay, let's go calculation zone. Can you guys see where it says calculation here? Everybody can see where it says calculation? Calculation. You can do calculation zone. You can do calculation zone power, and the one that I want you to focus on, don't ask me why, is the calculation zone. Okay? There are 3 options on the calculation zone: rectangle, polygonal, and surface or line or points. I want you, when we are inside the building, the one that you want to be picking all the time inside the building is the surface. Did you guys hear me? Can you write yourself a note? When you do a calculation zone inside the building, the one that you're going to be picking is the surface, because that's the easiest way. Though you can use any one of them, the easiest way if you are inside the building for rooms is the surface. Everybody knows what a calculation zone is? We're telling the software to go grid this room and do a calculation at every foot by foot. So this room, imagine a grid of foot by foot. At the intersection of every 2 lines, you're going to do a calculation. What's a calculation? Foot candle, the amount of light that's going to hit that foot by foot. So imagine how many foot by foot grid right here, and every intersection between the points, you have to have a calculation. Okay, surface. Everybody pick surface all the time when you're inside the building. Surface. When you pick the surface, you get that little square. Did you guys get that little square before you click anywhere? I want you to go, now, they want you to pick a surface and assign the calculation zone at that surface. 99% of the time, this project, we're going to do calculation at the floor, because that's where the, well, at the floor, above the floor, not on the walls. You can do calculation on the walls if you want people to look at the Mona Lisa or objects on the floor, or like these, for example. I can make calculation to make sure that blind people like Preston Chad Kirby can see this, right? So give enough light on the vertical, they call it vertical walls calculation. We'll do horizontal, okay? So I want you to pick the floor. So with that little square in your hand, click on the green. Can you guys see that green? And just click on it. Left click on it. Everybody left click on it. Did you guys get a red? If you get red surface other than the bottom, raise your hand. If you got red surface other than the bottom, raise your hand. You did? Okay. Then you're going to go back and pick it one more time. Just go edit. Go edit and back and go pick it one more time. Nick, do it one more time.
Oh, I mean, I already have the points and that too. I thought.
Okay. All right. So now, right on, while you are here, while it's red, go at the bottom and assign. Everybody can see still in the red, guys. Click on the bottom of this and assign it. This will be calculation zone for which room? Room 119. Make sure the model that built and the calculation zone match in names. So it's going to be room 119. So every time I see a calculation zone, guys, room 119, it will tell me that this calculation numbers are for the lunchroom. Doesn't take a rocket scientist. Okay, everybody got the lunchroom 119? Right next to it, the height. Guys, height. All the offices, lunchroom, they do the calculation on 2.5 feet. Hallways, we're going to do the calculation on 0. Okay, I will write these for you. All the offices, lunchroom, we're going to do the calculation in 2.5. I will write these for you. Okay, so what do you think I'm going to put here? I have 2 options. When you do calculation, guys, you have 2 options. Option number 1, 0, that will do the calculation right where your foot is located here, Chris, on the floor. or 2.5. Why 2.5? Because if you look at the desk, guys, the desk height is almost 2.5. So they want us to give the best lighting system at 2.5 so people can perform their job professionally and fast and efficient, right? We care less about the floor. Very few of us lay on their tummies and do their work. Do you do that when you go home, Rob? Like we used to do when we were in grade school, like kids will do. Lay on their tummies and do their homework on the floor. Very few of us do that. Not in a commercial project. Okay, so everybody change this one to 2.5, please. 2.5. When you change it, give me a thumbs up if you change the name and change. Yep. Good, good. Okay. Now when you're there, just go left click anywhere. Just left click anywhere. You're still holding, you see that square? You're still seeing the square, right? Now at this moment, right click. At this moment, right click. If you right click, you should be able to see the calculation zone. Every one of these brown points, every one of these brown points that you can see here will have a calculation zone, a value, a foot candle value. So do me a favor.
Is that doing it square feet?
It defaults to, I think it was when we were there, it defaults to a foot by a foot. Was it foot? I can't remember. Was it defaulted to foot by? You can change the default, but just take the default for now. Now I want everybody to tell me, Chad, we see exactly what you see. Thumbs up, yes? Okay, cool. We're done with that step. See how hard that is? Now we're going to repeat this one for every room. Done with the zone calculation.
So if you click on it, you right click on one of those points, or first go up and click.
Okay, suppose I want to know what I did. Okay, now by the way, you can go now plan view. If you look at plan view, now we can see them. Can you see all these dots? If you want to see the height, everybody can see that plan view. That's that middle plan view. If you look at the south view, which is the bottom, can you guys see now? This is the ceiling, this is the floor, and this is the 2.5 line. If you don't see what I see, you did something wrong. So you can see where the calculation is going to happen here, right at 2.5 above finished floor. Cool. Can I get thumbs up, thumbs down in between? Good. Okay. Now, if you go to the plan view, guys, if say you want to see what you have done so far, always go to property. Everybody can see where property is, right? And box in the whole area that you have done. Box it in, and left click and right click again, and that will get you. Here's the first thing, solid. Remember the room solid, that box that we built. Then the luminaire, we have no luminaires yet. Okay, here's the solid. It comes with a solid, right? And if you expand the solid, it shows the walls and the ceiling. Luminaires, do I have any luminaires yet? No, no luminaires yet. You can see it's empty. Right next to a calculation zone. Can you guys see the calculation? If you click on the, now I have a calculation zone here. You're going to have tons of calculation zone later on. Calculation zone. Chris, I lied to you. They do them 2 by 2 feet. This is where you can adjust the calculation. Do me a favor. The smaller the 2 by 2, if you put 1 by 1 or a half by a half, it will take longer to do the calculation because you're forcing the computer to do calculation for this 2 by 2 feet. Every 2 by 2 feet, you'll have 4 calculations on every corner. Okay? You can make it bigger or smaller. Please take the default. If you are like Chad and you hit the guts of the color brown, you can change the colors here, but take the default. You can play with these at any time. Cool? Everybody can see that? All right, so close that one because we care less about it. Let's go to step number 2 or 3. Not 4. Okay, so the next step, guys, so we placed the calculation zone. What do you think we're going to do now next? Fixtures. We're going to go pick fixtures. Then we're done. You pick the fixture, you drop the fixture, you're done. Completely done. Cool? All right, so let's go minimize, go pick fixtures. Now, the smarter than Chad, when we pick fixtures, the first thing you need to do for fixtures is there's something called schedule. Can you guys see here? Schedule. Everybody can see the word schedule here, right? Right? A schedule is a schedule that full of fixture you're going to be placing in your room. So you're going to be filling a schedule and grabbing one from the schedule and throw it in your room. First thing you need to do, add the fixture to the schedule. That's the first thing we need to do. So let's go click on schedule. Here's my schedule. Does your schedule looks like empty? Do you have any fixture in it? Nothing. So I need to go new. So in new, see where it says no luminaire? Because I have no luminaires yet. Everybody, so one more time, I'm going to go exit. I'm going to go schedule right here. This means I want to build my lighting fixture schedule. Here's my lighting fixture schedule. Since, by the way, Chris, if you did a project 15 years ago and you have a schedule, you can import that schedule from job to job. That's really nice. For you guys, that will be very handy. When we go to the industrial project, you can import the schedule and use it. For the time being, we're dead ducks here. We're going to go new. Everybody hit new, guys. New fixture. We're going to go have new fixture. Now, I want you guys to tell me what you default. When you go to new fixture, I want you to know, what do you default to? Anybody? You don't see what I see, do you? No. Okay. You're going to default to new fixtures. It defaults you to, I believe, visual. Where do you guys default? Do you default to visual? It doesn't. Okay, go to visual. Can you guys go? This should be C drive. This should be under C drive programs. C drive programs visual 2. Can you guys drill into C drive programs visual 2? Everybody's there? All right. So when you're there, when you go to visual, right underneath it, when we downloaded that software for you guys, that's what we downloaded. We're going to go to the photometry. Everybody can see the photometry here? Click on it. Okay, this is all the Acuity brands that we have with the software. Now, Phil, you decided to use LEDs from a different manufacturers. You have to find the IES file from the manufacturer and load it exactly the same way. We're defaulting to Lithonia because the software is Lithonia. So double click on this. Now we're going to get into this book. Remember what we did yesterday about the book? Now we have to go and look at the fixture that we picked here. I want you guys to look at it. It's page 45. This says Recessed Lithonia Commercial Industrial. So Ashley, where do I know where to go from here? Right in here, that schedule they gave you. It says Lithonia fixture. So I have options, Holophane, I do have Lithonia. Everybody can see where it says Lithonia lighting. There are many manufacturers. So can I guys have you, Jackson, my friend, can I have you to get one thing? When you get to this point, you have to know who the manufacturer is from this book and from the sheet that I assigned to you. Do you see why we did it yesterday? Otherwise, Rob, it will be nightmare. You guys see that could be nightmare? It's already close to a nightmare. Chris is very close to start throwing things at me here. Okay, therefore good, thank you. Okay, so let's go to Lithonia. Lithonia. Now, when you go to Lithonia, what type of fixture in Lithonia here, Chris? This is Lithonia Commercial Industrial Fluorescent. The first one, Industrial Fluorescent, right? That's not enough now. I need to go recessed. Do I have a recessed option here? Okay, recessed. Okay, I have all these are recessed. Everybody's following with me? I'm picking this stuff from right here, from the description. Recessed. Now, what type of fixture am I using, Chris, my friend, is GT8. GT8. Do I have a GT8 here? Yep. There you go. And this is all the options that you have as a GT8. All your options that you have as GT8. Okay. The one that I want you guys to be looking at is the catalog number. Try to match, remember what we said yesterday, the example sample for catalog number? Remember that? So let's look at the catalog number. My catalog number says 2GT84, 2GT84. Here's all the 4s that I have. 32A12, 32A12. Okay, here's this one. And 32A12 MV. Okay, so G8 Truffer 1 ADDE. So it might not match 100%, guys. I need the ballast dice though to be GEBS. So I want to try any of these 4 should work for you. If you look at the description, it says GT8 General Purpose T8 Truffer 2x4, 4 lamps, T8 number 12 lenses, 1x4 electrical. And how many lamps in each one of them? I don't know if you guys can see the linear fluorescent. So you really can use any, like, we have A12. We decided to use A12 because of the example. Okay? I want to pick up this one. Is it being wrong if you picked any one of these guys? You're the designer. You can pick any one of these and see how it looks like based on the description. It gets very, very tricky and very involved, guys. So what I would say, look at the catalog number that you have, the sample, and try to match it to the best of your ability. Cool? Cool? Okay. Everybody's okay with Chad? I'm going to use 2 GT8 32 A12 14. One ballast for 4 fixtures. Okay. All right, everybody's there? Can you guys let me know when you are there? Yep, there. Okay, I'm going to go double click on it. When you double click on it, you have just loaded the information about this fixture.
It's a 32, not 7.
32. Yeah, the 32. That's the one that we picked. 812 lenses, 1.4 electrical ballast. Heck is multi-voltage. I think mine is, they updated them then. So that's as close as we can get. When you get here, here's very important things, guys, you're going to see. Here's the symbol that's going to come as. Here's the label. You can, Rob, you can change the label to match the label that you're going to be using in Revit right here later on. So it's give it label A, fixture A. Here's the catalog number, description. The lamp, it's a 4-lamp 32-watt linear fluorescent T8, exactly like the one above your head, 4-lamper. Here's the IES file. IES file is a data file that comes with it. I'll give you a break in a second. Let me just get that one. And then here's how many lumens. Now lumens is the unit that we measure how much light can be emitted from a bulb. So the higher the lumen, the more light, right? So this comes as a default of 2850. I have been told by the Smarter Than Chad not to mess with this a lot, because you mess with the fixture. Stay with the default. Light loss factor will give you guys a light loss factor for these. Because of light loss factor, we're going to talk about this a lot. Because of maintenance and dirt, look at us here, a little bit in the dirty side. Dirt and maintenance and aging of lamps. Day one, the lamp will get you 100% lumen. But 5 years from now, well, not 5 years, say a year from now, do you expect to get the same light? The chemistry doesn't work, so it goes down. So the Smarter Than Chad design based on longer term. So I think I think 0.8, yeah, 0.8, pick 0.81 for the fluorescent lights. Typical for fluorescent light, they allow, this is assuming that 19% of the fixture light after a year or so is going to go downhill from there. Okay? And the watts. Can you guys see how many watts that this fixture will take out of your system? Cool. That's it. Are we good with this fixture? Now, you're going to go do the same thing for every single fixture that I give you. Got the rhythm? That's why we started today, and that's why we're going to give it your C drive. Imagine, guys, in a week and a half, you're going to use a software that you've never seen and design a system for it. And we have done it 10 years, and the students were able to do it. It's doable. It's easy. It's tedious work, but it's easy. It really is. Okay, when we're done here, Chris, there's one more thing I want to mention here, the template. The template here, we don't use this template for lights indoor, but if you put ISO illumination contour, don't click anything, please. That will draw lines for the parameter where this light is going to show the parameter of all the foot candles that have the same value right underneath the fixture. We use this outdoor, just keep it in the back of your mind. Outdoor fixture, we do it all the time. Indoor fixture, not commonly used. So unclick, make sure this is unclicked, will you? And or cancel what we did. So this is grade. It should be grade indoor. Outdoor, we'll change it. Okay, when you're done with here, when you're done, just in OK. So OK, now you have one fixture. Guess how many fixtures you're going to be having? A few fixtures later. So say I want to add another fixture, Ashley. The same thing, you're going to go to the schedule. If I want to use this fixture, it's already there. If I need another fixture, new, and do the process over and over and over again. I don't want to do it. You guys will do it. Am I clear about that? You know how to do. By the way, if the fixture is not this type of fixture, the first thing you do next time is go back. Can you guess? Because it defaults you to the same location. Back. No, back, Chad. This no, back, Chad. No, it's not even Lithuania, Chad. Back. Say the second fixture was Peerless. So the second fixture was Peerless. You click on Peerless and do the same thing. Did you guys hear me? Not all the fixtures that we're picking are from Lithuania, but they are all in this category, then Acuity brands. All right, so I'm going to close this. Now the last thing I'm going to the last thing I'm going to do, do you guys want a 5 minutes break?
Yeah.
Should we do that? Okay, 5 minutes break.
How do you go back?
Just okay. Okay, back into the, I just opened my Revit file here. So, and I'm going to go VV here. You don't have to do that what I'm doing here. I'm just going to say because of the rooms. Okay, I apologize, guys. When we imported CAD, we didn't import the name of the places with it. So please, as you build it, zoom into, go to your Revit. That will give you the name of the location. Technically, we should have brought, if we use the old CAD has all these names on it. But I want to use the new CAD because it's the lease base has been modified. So accept my apology and just go there, guys, and pick up the numbers from Revit. Cool? All right. So everybody knows that. Now let's go place. So with this, whom am I going to pick? Rob, my friend. Which step are we in now? We didn't place fixtures. We're going to place fixtures, right? We did the calculation zone. And we build the schedule. Part of building the schedule or placing the fixture is building the schedule. So maybe we should have said that one here as fixture schedule. Fixture schedule. Why am I losing my English today? Schedule. You guys will do the rest. So we build the schedule. We're going to place the fixture now. Cool. Let's go back. Schedule. Let's go zoom into the area. If you can't dynamic zoom like I'm doing, guys, you can always go by right here, zoom all, and then zoom window, and zoom just in the area that you want to zoom on. Cool? Make sure you guys are looking at something similar to the view like what I'm doing here. Cool? All right, let's go place the fixtures. How do you place the fixtures? We haven't done the lighting calculation yet, guys. Here's what you do when you place your fixture. This is a 2x4 fixture like this, right? Exactly like this one. When you place your fixture, guys, you're going to orient them. Technically, the longer side goes to the longer wall. Okay? Not rule of thumb, not really science. And then you want to, if you look at this one, this will give you a hint. Can you guys see? Typically, they leave 2 feet off the wall and they place the first fixture. So that give you a hint how to place your fixtures and how far away from each other. Typically for these one, look, this will be a good example here. Here's 1, 2, 3, and you put the third one. You might have to put them 2 and the third one. From edge to edge, can you see how they leave one space here? Unfortunately, the grid did not show up here, so we're going to do it the old man way. So we're going to place fixtures. Place fixtures right here. Where is it, Chad? Here. Place, can you guys see? Click on that bind. It says place and orient. Just we're going to go place here. Well, you can place and orient. Let's just say place for the time being. Now you're holding a fixture. You're holding your fixture. Oops. Now you made a mistake like I did. What do you need to do with it? Can you guys see where it said delete the eraser here? Click on the eraser. And be very careful and box that area that you want to delete from left to right and right click. It deletes it. One more time. Say I place the fixture. Place and orient. So let's say, say I made a mistake here. Oops. Let's just do one here because that's really place. Say I place one here, one here, one here, one here. Just clicking. That's what placing them. Okay. I made a mistake and they hit escape. I made a mistake with all these. So all what you have to do, just hit erase, box them in, right click, or Control Z if it works for you. Box them in, and make sure it's the only thing that if anything else turn red, you will delete the background That's why we put the background, by the way, gray. You can't delete the background, but you can delete the calculation zone. Okay, so let's go place. Let's place on face. So I'm going to go place them, guys. Place here, and that's where it becomes kind of a science and place them here. And I'm going to just throw this one for the heck of it, and then there's a better way of doing exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to place, you're going to see how it's a lot of light when we put them. Just place them here. I'm going to go place one here and one over here. Okay? And hit the scale. I'm going to place these three. Cool? On Tuesday, what's his name? From Davis and Associates, my friend will show you the better way of placing them. The faster, line them up and all this good stuff. For the time being, hold your horses. Just placing them, right? When we place them, by the way, anybody paid attention to the height? Oops, we didn't pay attention to the height, right? All right, so here's what I'm going to tell you. Everybody place some type of fixtures similar to these. Okay, now I have no idea where I put my fixture, these 3Ds. Do they put them at 10? They should be at 10 because they're recessed. If you put them at 11, guess what? You put them above the ceiling, so they will have no calculation. I have no idea now. Can you guys give me a thumbs up that you place some fixtures? Okay, all right, now I have no idea what the height was, right? We should have paid attention to the height before. So everything go to, do you see what property? Property is a big deal. Everybody can see where the property is, right in here. Property button right here. Everybody see that? Click on it and go box them in. Click from left to right and pick them up. So everybody guys pick them up like this. They became red. By the way, if anything else became red with it when you do property, don't worry about it because it's just checking property. One more time. Let's go check property. Click on this. Start from the upper left corner and left click and make a window like in CAD, exactly like in CAD, and left click again. Now they're all red, right? Everybody's red. Okay. Now right click. Go anywhere and right click. It will open the property window for you. Everybody's property windows open? Yes, no? Okay, now let's go look at the fixtures. I'm interested in the fixtures. My fixtures, the height. Can you guys see the height? Everybody can see all the fixtures right here. They're gray. This means this height is for all of them. They're set at 10. So actually, if I want to put them at 9, what do you think I do there? Type 9. 12. Type 12, right? If I will do them individually, click on each one of them. It will give you guys the dimension. The most important thing is the height. See, I want to put the first one at 10, the second one at 15. I don't encourage you to do that unless there is a reason, right? If I want to put them all at one height, pick the first one, hit shift, pick the last one, group select. You know how to group select. Now we grouped all of them. I want to change them all to 10 or 12. I can just type 12. Now we are recessed. The ceiling is 10 and the fixture is 10. Are we good then? Right, here's the fixture in the ceiling. So we don't need to do anything with it. It defaults to 10. You only have to do something if your ceiling is other than 10. We're 10. So hit OK and call ready. We are ready to do the next step. Now, by the way, see, I want to change. I'll show you in a second. See, I want to move it. I want to move one of them. Can you, like CAD, guys? You see that little button here? You click this one, and I want to move these two fixtures. Pick them up, and then see how I can move them. Now, I have my ortho on. If I want to move them, I click on my ortho here, like CAD, and I move them in any way, shape, or form I want. I can put them anywhere I want. Okay? Exactly like CAD. If I hate to keep referring to CAD, you can put, you can say one of them, I want to delete one of them, right? One of them was nasty. I want to go here, click on the eraser, and right here, and right click. It's gone. I'm going to go back. By the way, if you want to go backward, you can go back right here, forward and backward, and undo and redo. Okay. At this point, we're good. So I'm going to go do my next step, just because we're interested now in the process, not the product. So what's my next step? Number 4, perform the calculation. I'm done. I'm ready to perform the calculation. I want to remind you guys of the average value that we're looking for here. Lunchroom, what's the average value? 25. Let's see what we can get from all these fixtures that we're placing here. Looks beautiful, huh? So I want to remind you, this room have to be 25. So okay, let's go calculate. Calculate, Ashley, is right here. Can you guys see the calculator? It looks like a calculator. If you hit calculate, bam, 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 bam. See that bar here? It's doing calculation on this room. Calculate, 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 calculate. And it will populate these dots by numbers. It will populate the dots by numbers. Okay, everybody got calculation by hitting the calculator? Can I have thumbs up, thumbs down? Yep. Okay, you got some type of a calculation. For the calculation, guys, I want you to pay attention to very important point. One point when you do the calculation. Everybody got calculation? Can you have thumbs up? Doesn't matter what the numbers are. The blue, can you guys see the blue one? Everybody can see the blue one. I don't know where the blue calculation is. Mine is at the bottom. Can you see a number that's blue? This blue number is the darkest spot in your room. They put it as a blue. So sometimes you might be chasing which one is the darkest spot. The smallest number is the darkest spot. In my case, it's 35.4. Okay? So that's important things to pay attention to. Now, up to this point, where's my average? Where's my maximum? Where's my minimum? I don't see them. So you need to do one step to be able to see what's your average, maximum, minimum, average to maximum. Okay, so I'm going to go click this, get out of this mode. And okay, let's go here. If you go calculation, so everybody got the calculation, right? Now, but the problem is I don't see where my average is. Chad, these are so many numbers. You can do it by hand, and if you're Chris, you can put all these numbers and average them, add them up. What's average? Add them up and divide it by the number. But the software does that for you, so you don't have to worry about it. If you guys go right here, calculation, can you see statistics? This is very powerful. You have to have it always open. Hit statistics. Can you guys see on the right-hand side? It will give you the statistics. What's my average? I hit to look at it. What is my average? 90. What's your average, guys? Anybody can share? 80. And Ashley, what was the average that we're supposed to get? 25. We're way above average. So do me a favor. When you guys start designing, you're going to be looking at the average. So I'm going to design right here. This is, by the way, we're looking at 25-foot candle. And we're getting 90. Now that's what I call bad design, lighting design. So what do you need to do to solve it? Get rid of other, we put tons of lights. See all these lights? Maybe we should get rid of this light and this light, and maybe should this light and this light, and run the calculation with 4 fixture and then adjust them. That's where you guys are going to come. Get rid of the lights. And how do you get rid of the lights? Yeah. And how do you place the lights? You delete them, by deleting. Okay. So everybody knows what the average is, guys. Everybody knows what the average is. The average. In this, when we're doing calculation internal, Rob, my friend, we're only interested in the average for the most part. When you do it in the parking lot, when we're doing it in the parking lot, there's a couple of numbers that you have to do. Everybody knows what the maximum. Anybody knows what a maximum foot candle is? This is the brightest bulb on the tree. That's what the maximum is. How about the minimum? What's the minimum? Chad, that's the darkest bulb on the tree. That's the darkest spot in your room. The darkest spot is the minimum. The brightest spot is your maximum. The second value, guys, is maximum to minimum. Everybody can see the maximum to minimum. That's the ratio. Ashley, if you walk into a room and you see one spot so bright and one spot so dark, what does that do to your eye? If you ask Chris, will say nothing, Chad. If you ask my wife, she'll say, I can't handle it. Do something about it. Or sensitive people like Dustin, for example, they say, Chad, it's driving me nuts. Sorry, Dustin, I have to pick on somebody. Okay, so that maximum to minimum, guys, number, you need to be very small. Okay, how about the average to minimum? Average to minimum, maximum to minimum. You need these, ideally, Chris, you need this number to be 1 to 1. All these two numbers, you need them to be 1 to 1. Now, it's impossible to have the maximum equal the minimum and the average equal the maximum and the minimum in a real life. So you need these two numbers to be as close to 1 to 1 as practical. 1 to 2, but not 1 to 5, not 1 to 10. Okay, so in my case, I have 2.5 to 1. That wasn't too bad. 3.3 to 1. I could probably get 2 to 1, and that's okay. Any question, guys? Everybody knows what the value that we're looking at for, though. Right here. Okay. So let's go redesign the system. Let's go redesign the system. Click on that one. Now I know I'm way above. So take this, erase. I'm going to go grab these, get rid of them. I'm going to grab these guys, move them up a little bit because I want to balance the area. I'm going to put my ortho on. I'm going to balance the area here. And I'm going to go take these. Can you guys see what I'm doing here? Get rid of them. And I'm going to go move these slightly in. See what we can do.
Hey, Chad.
Yes, sir.
I put just 2 in there, and the average is 24. Is that all right?
Hold your horses. Let me see about the 4 here. Okay. Yes. Yes. If you got 24, that's good. Absolutely. Look at my average. Still I'm killing there.
You get two.
Still I'm killing. Look at that. The average is 40. So that will tell you guys, that will tell you we have too many fixtures in this room. So maybe we can get rid of, like you said, put 2 here, get rid of them, and grab these 2 and place 1 here and 1 here.
Because you got more.
How do you get
Yes.
How do you get your grid back? It's just gone away when I tried to delete it.
This means you deleted it. It is deleted. I'll get it back for you. Give me 1 second here. So I put that one, and I do calculation, and I got myself 50 maximum. Oh, average 25.921. That's very close. But look at that. But look at the problem is. See the max to minimum, average to minimum? Ooh, that's bad. So anyway, so this is where I'm interested right now at this moment of the average. If this will give me the best average in this room, the best average in this room. But I can tell you that this is not the maximum to minimum is 8.3. There's certain spots like here, this area here. You can see this area is going to be dark, so you might have to supplement it with certain tables. This is the darkest spot in your area here. But as far as I'm concerned, I am concerned only with what? The average at the moment. Am I close to 2.25? Yep. That's as good as we can get it to be. You can, well, I'm okay with that one, but here's what you can change it. You said a very good point. We're using a 4 lamper. A 4 lamper, guys, give a lot of light. How about if I, instead of using a 4 lamper, 2 4 lampers, use 3 3 lampers? Everybody knows what a 4 lamper. These come with, you can get them 2 lamp, 3 lamp, for the most part, 2, 3, 4, and they can go 6, 8 even. So I can typically 1 to 4. So usually you're going to start with the 4 because the cheapest equipment. If it doesn't work, you might have to go grab another fixture and use a 3 lampers and put 1 lamper here, 1 lamper here, 1 fixture, 3 fixture, 3 lamper each, and do your calculation. So this is where the creativity becomes. If this is your first time, my friend, using the software, and you want to design the system, I am happy with this outcome. That's what I call it 70% good. In my book, anyway. Any question, guys? Any question? Okay, I'm going to go. How to get the grid back. 1 second. Any question about this? Everybody knows these, the calculation. So what do you need to do, guys, next? You need to go to every single room and build exactly these 5 steps that I did. Okay? First, I'll come and help you because I'm not doing anything else. The only thing I want to do, guys, next is just show you the steps that we did right in here. Back. There you go. So one more time, Ashley, we did import, right? We imported the CAD. We built the system. We placed the fixtures. We did place the zone. We did the calculation. We performed the calculation. The second 2 steps, the last 2 steps, guys, if I can, guys, have you for a second. The last 2 steps, print reports. I'll show you when you build your system how to print reports. There's a few tricks. I don't want to start because I have a review for the final tomorrow, for the test tomorrow. I don't want to go there. Really easy. When you're ready to print reports, I'll show you. Not hard. And when you're ready, when your system is ready, we're going to export it to CAD. And guess what? We go to the same, remember we went to import? We just go export. Shoot it to CAD and import it from CAD to Revit and start laying out our fixtures and circuiting them. So the second two steps, guys, we will do them another time. Okay? Because really, this is not going to hold you from doing your work right now. Right? Am I right? That will allow you to guys to run in now with the software, with the calculation. Okay, so we can do them at another time. So what you need to do then, if you guys come over here, what you need to do, I did one room. You need to do multiple rooms. And I want to write a few things there. You guys have to write them down. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do what you need to do here. I'm not going to just write them on the board here. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, my friends, is we need to specify heights. We need to specify heights. So I'm going to go the areas. There's certain. If you have a room, by the way, which solids am I going to do? If you have a wall that goes all the way to the ceiling, make it a solid, right? So I don't need to show you how this is going to go, right? Everybody knows it's going to go all the way to the ceiling. There's certain areas that's tricky here. The hallways, guys, is going to be very easy. Just grab, here's one hallway, and here's another hallway here, right? This open office area, you're going to build it all the way from here. Can you guys see the whole open? I'm sorry, here, and all the way down to here, all the way. This is going to be your cube for the open office area. Any question, guys, about this? The open office area, that's going to be your cube. That's going to build the model. That might be tricky. The secretary area here, I think we said we're going to do this all the way here, and here. That little area. So that the rest of them, guys, there's one area could be tricky here, right here. You can take it all the way across that whole area. So you're going to follow the walls that goes all the way to the ceiling. That's how you can build your models. If in doubt, ask me. But for the most part, these are the most tricky ones. Bathrooms, it's a cube, Chad. We can draw a cube there. The bathrooms are typical. Obviously, you're going to draw a cube for the female and the male, because the ceiling goes all the way up. Otherwise, it will be tragedy. Males will be climbing all over. Any question, guys, about these cubes? I thought these are the cubes that you probably could do. The second thing I want you to write is the height, the ceiling height. Everything is going to be at 10. All the ceiling are going to be 10 except the following. So I'm going to write height. Height equal 10, unless this is the rule. Unless the following. We have open office. Open office area, which is this area here. This is my open office area. We're going to put the height at 11.5. Would you please put your height here at 11.5? The open office at 11.5. Mechanical room. Everybody knows where the mechanical room is? Mechanical room and shipping room. Mechanical room and shipping room, put them at 13 feet. Anybody knows why these are higher? The mechanical equipment there. Okay? These are the only different than 10. So when you build your model, every area is going to be 10 except two areas. One, 11.5, the open office, and the receiving and the shipping is going to be at 13. Am I clear about this, guys? So we can come up with some. How do I know? Based on the building, the size of the building, of course. Okay. The second thing you need to continue your work. The second thing that you need to continue your work with is you need the calculation zone height. The height of the calculation zone. Calculate, right? This is the height of the ceiling. I know how to spell ceiling. Ceiling, is that right? That's good enough. Okay, so the height of the ceiling, This one is, guys, the height of calc zone. The height of the calc zone. Okay, all of them, the first one, all is going to be 2.5 feet, except everything is going to be 2.5 feet except hallway, hallways. Why don't you put them at 0 feet? Put everything, typically everything is going to be, sometimes the shipping room, they put them at 0, but standardize, everything is going to be 2.5 except the hallways. Wherever you have a hallway, unless you're my son, you're not going to lay on your tummy and work on the floor. Cool? This is what you need as default, guys, to start your zones and your height, your default. Okay, so that's basically now. Any questions about this? Any questions? Oops, here we go. So this is, by the way, give 1 second here. You can look at the 3D view of your model that you've done so far. You made a mistake and you deleted something. So my friend made a mistake and deleted something. So let me just make a mistake and delete something, right? Look at this. I accidentally wanted to delete a fixture, but I went, by the way, if you go right to left, you pick everything that you touch, like CAD. You go right to left, you pick everything that you touch. You go left to right, you pick everything that you enclose, CAD. Okay, now I picked accidentally my my calculation zone and hit right. Here's my calculation zone gone, right? Is that what happened? How am I going to do it? How am I going to get my calculation zone? Okay, the first, I told you when we're going to go repeat the step that talks about calculation zone. Easy. So we're going to go that step. If you remember, guys, I told you the easiest way is to put yourself into a 3D mode like this. Then you're going to go to calculation. You're going to repeat the step that we did for calculation zone. So calculation zone, and we said we're going to do surface because we have a surface. I picked surface. Go pick. Make sure you click on the floor, and only the floor is red, right? And then right before you do anything else, go down here and name it. Always name room 119. We're just repeating that step, guys. Okay. And what was the height of the calculation zone? Everything is 2.5. 2.5. Okay. When you're done with this, click anywhere. And until you see that little square, can you guys see it inside? And right click, and here you go. You got your calculation back. You got your calculation back, and then, but what happened to my average chat? What happened to the stuff here? It's gone, right? So because you deleted it, so you're gonna need to do calculation again. You need to do calculation again. You should come up with the same answer. Did it work? Okay. So not a big deal. You go delete. The problem is here. You delete the model, you have to rebuild the model. You delete accidentally the calculation zone, you have to rebuild it. And this is easy, guys. You can delete anything and rebuild it as many times as you want. Warning, when you build your model, make sure you name the model right on the spot. Otherwise it becomes hard to, well, naming him is not. But when you build the model, this is where mistake number one, when you build the box. If you don't put the right height, you have to delete the model. They don't allow you, I don't know why, they don't allow you to edit the height of the box. Unfortunately, you can edit the name, but the height you can't edit it. So say the height of this room was wrong. The only thing I can do it easy. Say the height was wrong. So you're going to go here, pick it. See, I picked it, right click. Now my room is gone. My calculation are here. Everything is here, but my room is gone. No problem. I can go create another room. How do you create another box? You're going to go to the, construct a room and draw the box.
Is there any situation where you use a rectangular?
Yes, a very good example. Rectangular, you use it for Right here, look at this room. This is a good example where you can use a rectangle. Right? Look at this. How beautiful. Construct a room. I need a rectangle. Why rectangle? Because this is a rectangle. Click on it here and grab, right? So how nice that is? Because it's a rectangle. Bam. And you got, well, I didn't check the height. You got yourself a room in this area. You got yourself a room. Can you guys see a room in this area? One more time. I need another. See how fast it goes, guys? I need another room. Modify. I'm sorry. Construct room. I need also rectangle in the female or male bathroom here. Grab this corner and grab the other corner. Before you grab anything, make sure you name it. Bath and room, and I'm not caring too much about it. Okay, and then all the way. The height is 10. Yup, it's good enough, Chad. And here you go. See how easier if you do a rectangle. If the room is rectangle, do rectangle. Easier. All right. So look what I had right now. I have multiple of zoom all, and if you look at the 3D of them, I have this is how you guys are going to be building. Each room is going to look something like this, and then you start doing calculation zone, fixtures, calculate, and so forth. Other than tedious work, straightforward. Take my word on it. Okay. Now, when Davis and Associate comes, Davis and Associates guys, when they come on Tuesday, they will show you the easier, different tricks of doing things and so forth. But now at least you might not be able to start your lighting today because of the test and all the stuff, but at least get you prepped for what we're going to be doing on Monday. Cool? That's what I wanted to do. Otherwise, they start going. If you think I'm fast, when they come, they go faster, and you completely get lost. I'm hoping, guys, I'll give you a good push to understand at least the software a little bit. Can I have thumbs with an angle at least? 75, right? Or at least straight. Ashley, good? Okay. Make sure you save. And oh, by the way, you can exit at any time your system.